Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. My name is Ron, Lemelin Photography, Western Mass photographer, weddings, families, high school seniors, branding, and professional headshots. So thank you guys for coming back to the channel. First thing I want to start with is I do this series called Dear Future Bride, and I've done three so far. 2 are on the YouTube channel, and the third one I'm in the process of editing right now. So in the third interview with the bride, she mentioned something about her guest list, and I feel like almost one of the things that people dread the most when they're getting married, they want to be able to invite everybody they possibly can, but at the same time they know that it's not like realistically possible. So she gave me their guideline that they made, like a rule that was beneficial for them. So I thought I would create a whole YouTube video about it, about a guest list, how to approach it, how to deal with it, and how to put a cutoff with people that are not married. And hopefully this is helpful to you. So this video is going to be sponsored by Nutrition First and Standout Nutrition. Later on in the video, I'll talk more about that, where I get all-day energy drinks. So in the process of interviewing this bride about her past experiences with her guest and planning for her wedding, in the middle of the recording, she mentioned a guideline that she came up with. I don't know where she got it or it came from or anything like that, but I fell in love with the thought and the concept behind it, so I'm going to relay that to you. So if you are a wedding couple and you're in the process of getting married and you've got a guest list of, let's say, an even 100 people, more than that, less than that, really doesn't matter, but the guideline I'm going to give you is going to be beneficial to help you where the cutoff should be for the guests being invited, okay? So if they're married and you're doing if you're married, if that person is married, then them and their spouse, husband and wife, them and their spouse. That should be like an automatic kind of thing like that. Aunt, uncle, obviously, that's an obvious thing. So when you break it down into people that are not married, whether it's a friend, an aunt, an uncle, or whoever, this category of being not married is not a singling out, it's not a finger pointing thing. This is just, hey, we need to have a cutoff someplace in relation to where do we pay for the extra meals which we're going to deal with in just a second. So their cutoff was a cousin, an aunt, an uncle, a friend, doesn't matter who it is. If an invitation comes to you and you've been with that person for at least a year, then you can bring them along as a guest. So then you will have a +1. If you've only been together for 8 months, the bride and groom are not obligated to invite that individual. Now, you can say, well, we've been together for 8 months. That's close enough to 12 months. Not really. If somebody is like 11 months and 2 weeks, I don't go down to the minute. Don't go down to the day. I think that's being a little bit ridiculous. But find the guideline in there of 11 and a half, 12 months of the individual that you want to invite has been with a significant other for a length of 12 months. They should have a +1 opportunity for them to come to your wedding. Now, hey everyone, I wanted to talk to you about today's sponsor, Nutrition First and Standout Nutrition. You guys know me. I've been going there for a long time to get all my all-day energy teas. I absolutely love them. So for everyone that knows me, that's what I do. Nutrition First and Standout Nutrition are dedicated to providing healthy alternatives to the community and the fitness community. They offer on-the-go protein smoothies and all-day energy teas. They also have meal replacement plans that contain 24 to 56 grams of protein with vegetarian and vegan options, if that's your thing. Also, the energy teas made with all natural caffeine containing no crash and no sugar, customizable caffeine levels, and caffeine-free options, if that's what you want. You can get a different flavor every single day of the month. They are committed to making communities healthier, one sip at a time. check out Nutrition First in Agawam and check out Standout Nutrition in Enfield, Connecticut since 2022 and Nutrition First since 2018. Thank you for sponsoring the video. Here's the reason why. When you start inviting people and they want to bring a +1, or hey, can I bring a +1? And then you decide they've been together for 6 months, and then you've got, let's say 4 people. Let's say 4 people are in the same situation, and you invite that +1. For the sake of round numbers, let's say it's $50 a person extra. 4 extra people times $50 to $75 per plate is a lot of money. Do the math. And that's not to say, what if you break up after that? It's just, if somebody's been together for at least a year, there's more likely to stay together. If somebody's in that 6-month relationship and they want to bring a +1, and then they come to the wedding, and then 3 months later they're no longer together, explain to your guests the reason why is for financial reasons. Why pay the extra, dollars for a person that you haven't been with for a year? And that should be the cutoff for you getting a +1 to come to your wedding. So now you can be like, okay, well, this is my cousin. I love her. She's great. She's having a hard time right now. She wants to come with another individual. If you say yes to one, you got to say yes to them all. So as a bride and groom, be very careful with what you allow to be an exception, because that could come back to bite you in the butt. So let this be a little bit of a guideline for you also. An aunt, an uncle, a friend, a cousin, college person, doesn't matter who it is. If they've been with that person for at least a year, they should get a +1 to come to your wedding and be a +1. 12 months or under, as a bride and groom, you're not obligated to invite them to your wedding for the sake of saving money. So allow that to be a guideline to help you make a decision with who gets invited to your wedding. And I don't mean it in that sense, but in the sense of it costs you money per plate the more people you invite. So if there's 7 people that are now going to be +1s, they've only been together for 3 or 4 months, and they insist on bringing a +1, then they break up. Well, you just brought a person to your wedding that is no longer with your friend or cousin, whoever. So use that as a guideline. Hopefully that is helpful to you to be able to understand that. Let the people know that this is our guideline, and please respect our wishes. It's nothing personal. We just have to save on the expenses of the wedding. And just explain it that way, and hopefully they have the decency of being understanding when it comes to that, which you have no control over. So, guests for +1, cousins, aunts, uncles, anything like that, anybody that wants a +1 that is not married, let your guideline be, if you've been together for 1 year, we will bring them as long as a guest. If you've been together less than 1 year, we're not obligated to give them a +1. So, apologize, but put the rule down and be emphatic about it and say, sorry, but this is the way it's going to be. So, hopefully, that was helpful to you as a wedding couple, and it gives you a guideline to fall back on. And if somebody ever says, where did you get that information? That's a dumb rule. That's stupid. Just say, hey, I got it from my DJ. Just kidding. Tell them whatever you want. It's a good guideline. So remember to like the channel. Thank you guys for coming back to the channel. Remember to like and subscribe and hit that bell for notifications. And remember to smile more, because it sure does hurt less. Peace.